The hatred between Israel and Iran is often explained through modern politics, but some religious scholars believe its deeper roots can also be seen in biblical history and prophecy. Understanding this perspective requires looking at both the Bible and historical events. In ancient times, Iran was known as Persia. Surprisingly, Persia once had a positive role in Jewish history. In the Bible, the Persian king Cyrus the Great allowed the Jewish people to return to Jerusalem after the Babylonian exile and rebuild their temple. Because of this, Persia was once seen as a protector of Israel, rather than an enemy. However, many Bible interpreters point to prophetic passages that mention Persia as part of a future coalition that would oppose Israel. One commonly cited text is Ezekiel 38-39, which describes a future alliance of nations, including Persia, that would rise against Israel in the latter days. Some Christians interpret Persia in this prophecy as modern-day Iran, and believe this reflects the growing hostility between the two nations. From a historical perspective, the modern conflict is much newer. For decades after Israel was founded in 1948, Iran and Israel actually maintained quiet cooperation. Their relationship changed dramatically after the 1979 Islamic Revolution in Iran, when the new government declared Israel an illegitimate state and adopted strong anti-Israel policies. Since then, Iran has supported groups that oppose Israel and has repeatedly used hostile rhetoric toward the country. Iranian leaders have even predicted that Israel will eventually disappear, reflecting the depth of political and ideological hostility. Because of these developments, many religious commentators view the conflict not only as a political struggle, but also as part of a larger spiritual narrative mentioned in biblical prophecy. Others, however, argue that the hostility is primarily driven by modern geopolitical issues rather than ancient scripture. In short, while the Bible mentions Persia in prophetic contexts, the actual hatred between Israel and Iran largely developed in the late 20th century, shaped by revolution, ideology, and regional politics rather than a single ancient event.